Oh, that sure smells good.
Our couple of our favorite things: onions and green peppers sautéing in butter. Well, hi there, food friends. It's Kevin,
Hey, that's Kevin, all right, and I'm Ralph. I'm behind the camera.
and I'm going to shut this off, Ralph. So, I just quickly wanted to soften up a small onion and about a half of a green pepper.
In preparation for...
Tonight's dinner, which is beef and cheddar rolls.
That sounds
So
yummy.
we're actually going to make these little rolls of beef, okay?
Wow.
With a few different ingredients in
Some
there.
fun stuff in there.
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, I forgot the cheddar, so let me get that out. So this is kind of if you like meatloaf, you will like this.
We got green onions in the background, and we got green and onions in the pan.
How
I
about
just
that?
realized. What were you saying about that?
So if you like meatloaf, you'll like this recipe.
Okay.
Because this is sort of a variation on a meatloaf theme, although we're not going to put it in a loaf form.
Okay.
Okay.
More like a log or a roll.
Right. So here, we're starting with a pound of ground chuck.
Okay.
Okay? If you want to use ground sirloin, you could. It would be a little bit leaner. I like the flavor that a ground chuck has.
Got it.
Okay? So, to that, we're going to add a teaspoon of seasoning salt. If you don't have this, you could use regular salt and a little pepper. This actually has both in there, so I like that.
And a few other goodies.
And a few other little goodies. I got a half a cup of milk. Okay?
Okay.
I've got 2 eggs. And I'm going to give these a quick little beat here.
That kind of, what do they call it? Firms it up or...
It helps bind it.
Bind it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like a meatloaf, we're going to put other things to sort of stretch that meat out a little bit and have it go further. So let's put our 2 eggs in there. Okay. Lightly beaten. I've got a cup of breadcrumbs. Now I'm using panko. That's what I have on hand.
Okay.
Any kind of breadcrumbs will do. The panko crumbs, these are a Japanese style. You can see they're sort of coarser.
Mm-hmm. A little larger.
And they're in this. It won't matter so much, but when making like a coating for something, the panko give a nice crunch.
Okay.
I got about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice.
Ooh, lemon juice.
That's going to give a little zing.
Okay.
Then I've got about a 1/4 cup of sliced green olives, the ones with the pimento.
Sliced stuffed green olives.
Yes, so the manzana olives.
That'll give it a little salt.
Then to this we're going to add about a cup, should be about half of this bag,
Looks like 2 handfuls.
of cheddar cheese. Okay.
2 handfuls and a sprinkle cheddar cheese.
Then I've got some fresh herbs here. This is optional. We're getting near the end of our herb garden for the year, and I love to use these fresh herbs.
Yeah.
I've got some
They always make everything so much better.
thyme, which goes wonderful with beef, rosemary, and oregano. So I'm going to give this a rough chop, and we'll throw this in. Again, you know what? You could use dried herbs. You could not use them at all.
Just season it how you like.
Just season it how you like.
But the basic stuff is the hamburger, the cheddar cheese, the olives, the eggs, and the breadcrumbs.
And, we love our herb garden, and we really try to use the fresh herbs whenever we can. So let me put those in there. I probably about maybe a teaspoon and a half of each. Again, that was oregano, rosemary, and thyme. Now, we're going to take our sautéed
green peppers and onions.
We're going to put that in. I want to get that
Directly
melted
in.
butter in, too. It's all good stuff.
Good flavors, yep.
All right. Now, for the mix. Well,
what did my grandfather always say? God created hands before forks.
Forks, that's right. And you know what? A pair of clean hands is really, these are your best kitchen tools.
Especially for this kind of thing where you need to mix it well, but not
you don't want to overmix.
Right.
Some people mix and mix and mix, and You do want to make sure that everything's incorporated, but over mixing will really compact that meat, and it will
keeps it from being moist.
Yeah, and it also makes it seem coarser and more tough,
more dense and tough.
Yeah, so.
But hands are good also because if you use forks or spoons and utensils or whatever, you don't get it quite as blended.
So just so that till it's combined and it's kind of looking like it is. Okay, so there's our mix. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the deck here, wash my hands, come back, get some bacon.
Oh.
So we're going to make these into little beef rolls, and we're going to wrap a piece of bacon around it.
And put it in the oven?
And then they're going to go into a 350-degree oven. So we're making beef and cheddar rolls.
And if you ever wondered about Kevin's dedication to cooking, I'll tell you, he's dressed up tonight because he came right from work to make this meal.
I did. I had to work today. I looked in the mirror. I says, I look like Felix Unger with the apron. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, that looks fun, like Play-Doh.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't taste like Play-Doh. But you can see what we're doing here, Ralph, is we're just kind of shaping this. I'll do one more. I'm going to shape them first, and then I'll wrap them in the bacon.
They're almost like mini meatloaves.
Exactly. We should get about 8. And that's kind of what's nice is that, rather than, if we're serving for 4, you can put 2 of these on a plate, and everybody has the same amount, and nobody's complaining about who got the bigger slice,
like the end piece.
Right, exactly,
or the end piece.
It's which we're always fighting over.
It's almost like how they have individual pizzas. They'll have individual meatloaves.
Right. So these are just sort of in little roll shaped, and it's very soft. So you just kind of have to be patient, and but it'll mold very nicely in your hand. Just kind of roll it back and forth. And like I said, I think we should yield about 8 of these, which would just be great.
What if you put them in a hot dog bun?
Well, you could. When they're done, if you wanted to eat them that way, why not? You know what? That actually would be a good idea. You could put some fun condiments on it, and
so
maybe you could be onto something there, mister.
All right.
I'm going to finish rolling these up, and then we'll come on back, and we'll give them their little bacon wrap, and then we'll get these babies in the oven. Okay? We're making beef and cheddar rolls.
Oh, I see what you're doing. So Kevin is counting out 9 strips of bacon to go around these 9 little mini loaves.
We actually got 9 rolls. So what I'm going to do is now I've needed 9 strips of bacon, which I got.
So these are going to go around each of these and go in the oven.
Yep.
And I don't know if they would fit in a hot dog bun. Now that I think of it, maybe a hoagie bun.
Remember too, especially when you're talking about ground beef.
Oh, in ground chuck, you'll lose a lot
it's going to shrink a little bit.
And it'll go
so
down.
Here's a nice get your favorite, bacon. We're not fancy about our bacon. We just kind of get at the store. Although we do have a butcher in town that sells a really nice thick cut bacon, and we get that sometimes.
We didn't get a chance to go there, so this is just regular supermarket bacon.
Yeah.
It's not too fatty, just got some nice meat, and you just kind of, because bacon has that stretchability, you can kind of
I'm just going to
wrap it around nice. Oh.
Just going to wrap that. So
you don't have to put a toothpick or anything in it?
No. What I try to do is put the ends of the bacon sort of down. You know what I mean? Under,
yes.
So that it's down.
Right.
And then that way it
stays closed.
Yeah, it won't curl up so much.
So let's start with one. So you start at the
You can start at either end. Just give it a wrap around like so.
Oh.
See?
A little meat cocoon.
And the bacon will shrink also, of course, like bacon does, right? As the fat sort of renders away.
Where's all that stuff going to go?
It's going to all be in the pan.
But away from the meat.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to finish doing this.
Those look great. So
and then
those go into the oven at what temperature?
So we've got the oven set at 350 degrees. They're going to bake for about 45 minutes. Okay?
Sounds good.
So
can't wait.
I'm going to just finish wrapping, and then we'll put this in the oven. All right. Been 45 minutes on our beef and cheddar rolls here, Ralph.
Wow.
And look at, they're still
wrapped in bacon.
Wrapped in bacon.
Wrapped in love.
What do you think of that? I think that beautiful.
Looks great.
So,
Can't wait to try it.
and you can see, you know, the bacon has cooked and it's actually infused into the meat. Let me get a little spatula here.
And I see why it's good that you wrap the ends of the bacon at the bottom so that it
It really keeps the bacon around,
keeps it
right?
wrapped up nice.
So let me take this one right here. Whoop. And I'm going to flip it back. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Pretty.
So, there it is.
Aren't you going to put more on there?
Well, yeah. What, you want me to put another one on there?
I mean, make the whole plate, like present the plate so that we can,
Well,
might as well take it out and start eating them.
let me get this one. How's that? Because we're going to have a side dish too, which we've got in the oven, which are Brussels sprouts.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I'm going to leave room for that.
Okay.
But,
I was thinking
of course, what we want to do is we really want to get into this. So, let's
not going to be too hot.
just get down to business. So, here it is. And look at that. It is going to be hot.
Fork tender.
But you know, you're going to have...
You can see the steam coming up.
Yeah.
Well, it's been in the oven for almost an hour.
Yeah, 45 minutes. You know, here's the olive. You know, the cheese is melted into the meat.
Oh, yeah, the cheese.
I love how you kind of have a little crust on the bottom. So it's like all the best parts of the meatloaf.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think?
I don't want to talk about it.
This is shut your mouth good.
This is really good.
I'm afraid I'm going to burn my mouth, so I'm going to step back.
It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
But
I can't wait to try it. Boy, does that look good. Bacon wrapped. Cheddar. Beef and cheddar rolls.
Yeah. So, you know, 2 per person is like a perfect portion.
And they actually, after they've cooked a while, you actually could fit them in a hot dog bun if you want to.
I think you
or
could,
a hoagie bun.
But you know what?
But they'd be good with some
just
fresh
how
tomatoes.
They are. You know, you could of course even make a little sauce for it, a little tomato sauce or something.
But you don't want to gild the lily.
Yeah, you know, these are really delicious. They are like little meatloaves in a way, and they're just wonderful. So
just a nice vegetable on the side, and you're all set.
We cannot wait to dig in. So we're gonna get our Brussels sprouts out, and that's part of another episode that we're doing. So check that out. We're roasting some Brussels sprouts. But boy, we had a great time putting this one together. Hope you had a great time being with us.
I did.
And you always do. And you know what? We'll see you next time right here at Cavalcade
of Food.
Bye.
Adios, y'all.